What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the 161 Report podcast. I am Kyle. I'm back joined by my co-host Bobby. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm back. Took a little week. Well, I took a little week hiatus, but we haven't recorded in like a month or so, right? It's been a long time.
It's been a little bit. I mean, I'm telling you, this off-season stuff after Judge signed, there wasn't really too much to talk about. Rodon, of
No,
course, but
no,
yeah,
not a
crazy.
yeah, it's been slow. Everything happened in the beginning of the off season, and then it's been slow, but we got a lot of stuff coming up, which is exciting. World Baseball Classic in a month or
Oh
so.
man, can't wait. See my guy Nestor.
Oh, you got to get it. You're getting Nestor jersey for sure, right?
110%. As soon as they drop, I'm ordering
Yeah, I'm debating it. I don't know.
it.
I don't know if I want to get a Nestor jersey or I get someone else. Like I feel
That
like
is
I
true.
feel I feel like I'm required to get a Nestor jersey though.
I agree.
Like
I mean,
we have to
yeah,
rep him down there.
you have to. 100%. I mean, Nestor is obviously our guy. He's so fun. Love Nestor. But
Hmm.
he, I mean, the baseball fan in me, yeah, I wouldn't mind having a couple of those USA jerseys, but
Hmm.
I mean, you got to get Nestor.
I know. And I'm like, the conversation is, do you get more than one? And I'm like, I don't know about that.
It
The
does
bank
turn into
account.
that.
But yeah, that's gonna be hopefully we get to see him bit. Oh, yeah, I mean, we'll see him in person. I guess we're kind of saying that. But yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see him in person in Arizona.
it's gonna be fun, man. I
Hopefully,
can't
at
wait.
least it lines up to our schedule. But we might have to switch
Yeah.
around the games.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's obviously only one Yankee on Team USA at the moment. It's our guy Nestor. If we have a chance to see him pitch, man, I mean, come on. I mean, it's I mean, at
I
the
might
moment,
cry.
yeah. I mean, honestly, because I mean, I've seen Nestor pitch at Yankee Stadium. It's great.
Yeah,
I mean, he throws in those little funky moves. I feel like in the World Baseball Classic, he's gonna pull that out even more.
dude. And
I
then it's
I
gonna be in
just
front of the entire. He's gonna take over. He's gonna take over Team USA, I think.
I mean, dude, if he pitches a dominant 6 to 7 innings out of here, I mean, come on.
He might
Against a team like maybe Mexico, Great Britain, I mean, come on, Colombia. I don't know, man.
Colombia,
I
Canada
don't
too.
know. Canada, forgot them too. But
Yeah,
yeah,
he
I
might
mean,
be. You know what? I'm gonna put this out there.
mm,
He's going to be the 2017 Marcus Stroman for Team USA.
ooh, I love it.
I'm going to
I
speak
hope,
it into
man.
existence.
I mean, yeah, man. At the moment, with the games that we have secured our tickets to, um, I mean,
Thanks
Logan
to
Webb,
SeatGeek.
yeah, SeatGeek,
Yeah, why
let's do
not?
it. Yeah,
Code ATD. Get $20 off. But
do
yeah,
it. Um, but yeah, at the moment, would you say Logan Webb would be starting first overnight? As the rotation goes.
are they going to like, do you think they would give it to Kershaw maybe as like a
I've
thank you
thought
or
about it.
something?
I have thought about it. Having a legend like Clayton Kershaw on the team. I mean, you got
Yeah.
to put him in the conversation at least.
Mm-hmm. Because
It's yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, they might just have to give it to him because they play 3 straight days and they have a day off, then it's the next day. So it's nothing crazy.
Correct. And
I want
from my standpoint, at least, I'm seeing Nestor sliding into the 2 or 3 spot.
Mhm.
Um, really hoping for that too. Dude, if he can slide in that 2 spot, that would line up to have him pitch against Mexico.
That would be
And
sick.
that is like the marquee matchup out
Yeah, for
there.
that group at least, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm sure it definitely is.
For those pool of teams, I mean, that's a 7 o'clock game. Going up against Mexico, pitching for Team USA. Nestor Cortez starting pitcher. I mean, come on. That's
I
what
just,
you want.
I just got chills. I just got chills.
I mean, let's really hope let's really hope it adds up that way. He has a shot.
Yeah, I think so too. I wonder if they're gonna do, I don't remember in 2017 if they're gonna like the pitching strategy, if it's gonna be weird at all. Like, or if it's just they're just gonna act like it's normal.
I thought about
like a
that
normal
too.
game.
Yeah. Um, because you could have a short leash on some of these pitchers, especially depending on if they went against team guidance,
Hmm.
because there are some players who are running into that issue where their MLB teams are not wanting them to play. I mean, we've seen it a few times. Carlos Correa was the most recent. He's expecting the birth of his child very soon. So that's why he is not going to be out there playing for Team Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, you do think about that because if, let's just say, Brian Cashman wanted Nestor to take it easy out there, not go, complete game shutout kind of thing. Um, who knows? Maybe he only pitches 4 or 5 innings. You never
Because
know.
they have a good amount of starters, right?
Yeah, they do.
Kershaw, Nestor, Logan Webb, Wainwright.
Yeah, Wainwright's pitching.
There's a couple more. Like they have more than five start. I feel like they might do like short outings. I could be completely wrong. We'll see.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we'll
let's
see.
see what
And
Mark DeRosa, right?
yeah,
Manager.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
I,
sick.
I'm really excited for that.
I
That's
know.
that's kind of funny to me. I like that.
Yeah.
Um, but by the way, I just want to throw this out here quick. We're talking about Nestor
Oh boy.
being the second starter on Team USA, right? He's
Uh-huh.
lining up to be our third and fourth in our rotation this year. Isn't that kind of crazy? I mean,
Yeah.
he could very well be the fourth starter in this rotation, depending on
Yeah.
how Severino's health looks.
Like if Severino is in his
Dude,
prime,
people forget
um,
he was the ace of the Yankees a few years back
yeah.
before Garrett Cole. It's
Mm-hmm.
him and Tanaka, that two-headed monster, man. I'm telling you.
I miss Tanaka.
Hey, Montas went down.
Don't get me
Reunion?
started. I don't want to hear it. But yeah, I wish they could. Can we trade Tanaka for Montas?
I would. I would in a heartbeat.
Ship off Frankie Montas, send him to Japan, and let's get Tanaka back in pinstripes.
Tanaka as our fifth starter. Come on.
I wonder how he would do though, coming back into Major League Baseball from not being what,
Yeah,
2 years, 3 years, 2 years?
it's coming up. This will be his third full season without the team.
Dude, that was so sad.
Yeah, because actually, when I created 161 Report, one of my first posts that I had to make was Tanaka was signing with the Eagles out there.
That
Um,
sucks.
so I got introduced to the whole social media, Yankee fan base, Yankee community by having to post that one of our most beloved pitchers in recent memory has now gone and signed with the team overseas. So that was literally, I believe, my fourth post I've ever made. So
That sucks.
it was not a fun introduction. But yeah,
Damn. Yeah, I remember. I think when Tanaka first signed with the Yankees, I got like a jersey of his, but it had like the his name in Japanese on the
that
back.
is sick.
Yeah,
That is sick.
I remember it was like a. I think it was a gray one with the name on the back like that.
That's great. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Miss him. Come back, please. We'll give you Frankie Montas. We'll even throw in Aaron Hicks.
At that point, Josh Donaldson too.
Yeah, you know what? We'll do a 3 for 1.
Hey, 4 for 1 if you want IKF.
Yeah,
I'll give you
he
half
could
of
bring some
IKF.
value. And then we get back Brett Gardner.
Oh man. Hey, that left field spot is open. And I know he never really played too much of left field. He was more of a center fielder, but um I mean, it
Hmm.
can't be any worse than what we have now, right?
And we have Oswaldo. I'm
I
good with
and
that for now. But you got
I'm
you we're not getting into this again because you
yeah.
talked about it last week.
he- Last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't
Yeah,
remember
something.
exactly when it was.
But
But
yeah,
not banking on him to be our everyday left fielder though, because he's going to be more of a utility guy in my opinion. I think that's where he fits best though.
that's
But
the goal.
yeah, I sure hope so. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So spring training's coming up.
Yes, soon. Couple weeks away until the first game.
Very excited. Actually, the great, amazing person who took over for Bobby last week, 2 weeks ago. I'm going to be meeting up with him and we're going to be going together for watch that first spring training game. Yankees Phillies. Not sure how that's gonna go. But I want to
Oh,
know
I didn't
what.
realize you're going.
No, no, not spring training. Um,
Oh, I thought
yeah,
you were saying you were going. I'm like, what?
no, no. I wish. Hey, maybe that could be an ATD next year kind of thing. But anyway, I would have loved to. But hey, Arizona's calling our name in a few in less
Yeah.
almost like a month. So that's
Hmm.
yeah. But so yeah, spring training is up, and we just got the invite list today that was posted by the Yankees. Who are you most excited to see? Because I'm
I
very
mean,
interested in your answer here.
realistically, it's Jason Dominguez. And this is Volpe's first year now. Wait, is this his first year in spring training too?
I believe he was there last year.
All right. Well, it's Jason Dominguez either way.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But the amount of hype that he's had, he signed with the Yankees what when he was like 15, maybe 16, something crazy like that.
I think he actually signed his contract at 15, and then his first like full season in the Yankees minor league system was when he was 16.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's
Yeah,
gross. Like, what were you doing when you were 15 or 16? Not signing with the Yankees for a
not
couple million.
signing exactly.
But he's really been probably the most hyped prospect in a very long time for the Yankees, at least. And you know how Yankee fans are? They love to, or just the Yankees in general, I would say, they love to hype up their guys, whether
100%.
that comes from Brian Cashman or the fans, or
Yeah,
everything combined, the New York media, all of it. Jason Dominguez is still only 20 years old. I don't know how that's possible. It seems like he's been around. Obviously, he signed at 15, whatever it was, so that's why. But man, I I can't
I
wait to see.
yeah. I am definitely with you on this. I'm not discrediting Anthony Volpe from anything. I have seen Anthony Volpe play in person, minor league games. That kid is something. And I'm telling you, Yankee fans are going to be very excited for Anthony Volpe when he finally does get his shot. But I think with all the hype, as you said, that was surrounding Jason Dominguez over the last few years, the comparisons he's got, dude. Bo Jackson, Mickey Mantle, Mike Trout. Dude, how do
Wasn't it
you
like,
live up to that?
isn't that the combination or something? Wasn't that when he first started? It was like he's a
Yeah,
combination of Mike Trout, Mickey Mantle, and Mike Trout, Mickey Mantle, and Bo Jackson.
because he's switch hitter, so he's got that high contact and loads of power. Have you seen that guy's arms? That kid's arms. I mean, this kid's younger than we are.
Yeah.
This kid is built like a freak of nature. So he's got that Mickey Mantle type plate discipline. Being a switch hitter, hit from both sides. He's got a raw power and he can hit for a high average. On top of that, he's athletic like Mike Trout, who can kind of do everything. And then you have Bo Jackson, who has that speed, which is where Jason Dominguez is getting his speed comparisons to.
Literally,
Come
Bo
on.
Jackson is the greatest athlete of all time. If you're compared to him, also compared to one of the greatest baseball players of all time and the greatest baseball player of our generation, who will be one of the greatest players of all time,
Yeah.
how do you cannot live up to that expect? It's stupid. Like I feel bad for him almost because
If
there's
he's a
nothing.
yeah,
What? No, go.
if he's a quarter of what he's getting compared to, Yankee fans are in for a treat.
Yeah.
Because holy shit, how can like come on.
I just pulled up that an SNY article. Yeah. Um, you might have heard Dominguez by now because he has been compared to Mike Trout, Mickey Mantle, and Bo Jackson, some of the best athletes to ever button up a jersey. Like, what? And the guy's nickname is the Martian. Like, are you
Yeah,
kidding?
that's what I'm saying. Like, and honestly, if you guys are huge Jason Dominguez fans, NYY recaps on YouTube here. He does great work on Jason Dominguez. I'm telling you, you gotta check him out. But going into this spring training, the one thing I am a little bit worried about with the news surrounding Jason Dominguez and Anthony Volpe is the New York media. Because we have seen, you mentioned this just a little bit ago, the New York media will tear you to shreds. You take Giancarlo Stanton, for example. he has not. He's a great Yankee. I love Stanton, and I give
Hmm.
him all the props in the world. But he was tore to shreds. If he struck out three times in a game, the media is going to tear him up, and that's
Hmm.
exactly what we've seen happen. And now, because he's been primarily our DH, that's created an issue for us over the last few years, and fans have let him know about it.
Yeah.
Joey Gallo. I mean, Joey Gallo was one of the worst Yankees that we've seen, at least as of recently. But I felt so bad for the dude. I
Yeah.
felt terrible for him. He couldn't come out of his apartment without getting harassed. That
Like
is what
it's
New
it.
York, yeah, that is what the New York media will do to you. And getting comparisons for Jason Dominguez to these three legends of the game, if he doesn't like, it's impossible for him to live up to that hype. Anthony Volpe, the New York media is expecting him to be, if like, as good or if not better than Derek Jeter. How can you do that? How you're like, oh my, Volpe is 21 years old. Dominguez is younger.
Yeah.
And
I
we're not to mention the last few years, the shortstop market on the free agency level has been stacked. Historic. Absolutely historic. You see the Phillies. They just got Trey Turner. Carlos Correa was there. Lindor was available a few years ago before the Mets went in, and
yeah.
we passed up on every single one of them. And now we have Isaiah Kiner Falefa, who is now going to be competing with not only Anthony Volpe, but Oswald Peraza in spring training for that starting job. If Volpe does not live up to this hype, he is never gonna he's never gonna be able to walk outside. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
he will not be able to enter the state of New York without getting harassed if he does not live up to the hype.
You're right. Like I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous that it's so right. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
because it sounds like a joke, but it's actually not, and that's why I'm laughing because of how much hype this kid is getting. They passed on virtually every top shortstop in Major League Baseball, like you said, was a free agent the past 2 to 3 years. The Yankees
It's
passed on
crazy.
every single one
Yeah.
because of a 20-year-old kid.
Yeah. And they always say don't hug the prospects because they're not the for sure thing. And just I believe I know this was so recent, but Corey Seager, we were linked to him for years. When he was with the Dodgers winning the World Series, they were saying, give us one more year. He's coming to New York. I'm telling you. And then he goes to Texas. And
Hmm.
then Carlos Correa was like one of the last ones. And all Yankee fans were like, you know what? We'll forget about the whole 17 season, whatever it was, if he comes here and produces. If Volpe doesn't come here and produce, it's not going to end well. I'm going to tell you right
No,
now. Because
not
we
at
could have,
all.
let's say, and that's the shortstop's not the only thing either. We could have traded this kid for a guy like Luis Castillo, for a guy like Brian Reynolds. I don't know, man. I'm telling you.
He better be an all-time great. They were probably going to start to retire his number. They're like already making the plaque, it seems.
And
The way they're talking about him.
another thing too. Imagine if they give him the last single digit number available, number 0, right?
That
The
would be
le-
crazy.
the single digits have been donned in pinstripes by the most legendary players to ever walk this game. And you give him that number, and he goes into the season, all hyped up the whole Yankee way, and he just does not produce. He gets sent down a few times. I don't know, man. I'm really rooting for this kid, and I will never put expectations like that on him or Dominguez. I won't.
No, because it's
You can't.
impossible.
Yeah, you're asking the one to play as one of the greatest shortstops in MLB history, and you're asking the other one to compare to Bo Jackson, Mickey Mantle, and Mike Trout. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. The only one recently, at least, and I guess he's probably an outlier, not Yankee, but like it's he was bigger than Volpe, hyped up wise, but Harper. Remember Harper
Yeah.
coming up? He was
Yes.
the next chosen one.
Yeah.
It's like
LeBron
similar
James
to
type of
that.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. And Harper has lived up to that, I would
Yeah.
say.
Oh,
Um,
definitely.
but Volpe's not to that extent. Maybe like within the Yankee universe, he is like,
Yeah.
um, but it's kind of similar to that where it's just he's hyped up so much that it's unfair. Him and
Hmm.
Dominguez.
Yeah.
But I'm just excited to see them actually play. Do
Me
you
too.
think we can move on from Volpe, but
Hmm.
Dominguez obviously isn't going to come up this year.
Yeah.
Do you think Volpe does Volpe see major league time this year?
Yes. And I think it's
Um,
because of IKF.
okay, that brings us into another discussion. Yankees have a few out infield. Hold on, nope, not outfielders. Yankees have way too many infielders.
Yeah.
The odd man out seems to be Gleyber Torres.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do the Yankees do with Gleyber? We've heard so many rumors this offseason, and I feel like it's been the past couple off seasons. He's been the
Yes.
guy that will the Yankees trade him? Will they keep him? Blah 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 blah.
Hmm.
What do you want to do with Gleyber Torres?
Well, I'm going to answer this in kind of a little bit of a different way.
Okay,
Why are we talking about Gleyber Torres? Is he the
because
problem here? That's my point. He's not
yeah,
the problem. We have an overabundance of infielders. You said that perfectly. DJ LeMahieu may not have had a season like his 2019 season, but I don't care. I'd rather him and his bum toe at third base for the full 160 toe, 160, 160 toe, right? 162 over Josh Donaldson, who is getting paid $25 million this year. To do what? Strike out? Strike out looking at fastballs right down the pipe. Is that what you want out of your everyday third baseman? Um, that's one guy who I'd rather ship off than Gleyber Torres. Let's go to the next, IKF. Why would you be talking about trading Gleyber Torres or whatever you're going to do with him when your two of your top prospects are shortstops? Not to mention you have an overabundance of them in the minor league system.
yeah.
Um, start Oswald Peraza to begin the year. Get rid of IKF and let Volpe and Peraza duel it out for that job. There are two kids who are extremely hungry to see major league time. I'm sorry, but I'd rather see that for the full 162 over IKF. So that brings me to my point of Gleyber Torres. He is not the problem. We should not trade him. I'm not saying he's lived up to the hype, but if you look at his numbers from last year,
He's been nowhere near bad.
he's been nowhere near bad.
Yeah,
And I think that's also because of his 2019 breakout season where he blasted 36 homers and completely destroyed Baltimore. But he has not been bad. And
no,
I'm honestly, I think he's primed to have his best season since 2019, this upcoming in 2023. So that's where I
I
stand
like.
on it.
Yeah, no, I like to hear that. I think the only reason is because he provides the most value coming back,
Hmm.
maybe. That's
Yeah.
probably why. Because it's not obviously they're not trading Donaldson with that contract. DJ probably not because his contract isn't really great either and coming
Hmm.
off the toe. Um, but yeah, I guess because Glaber's the most like he's only a second baseman.
Hmm.
He can't
Yeah,
really
he
play short.
showed. Yeah, he showed that.
So I guess that's why I love Glaber.
Hmm.
What I think they should do and what I want them to do are two different things. I think they might end up trading Glaber.
Okay. Okay.
I
And
don't
now
want them to, but I just think that's how he might be the odd man out in their eyes. I don't want it to happen.
I agree.
I agree
I,
with you. Like
mhm.
it's unfair to him.
Yeah.
But
Um, my big thing is like, so would we be able to get would this team be better by trading Gleyber Torres? I'm kind of interested in that because if oh my gosh, if you trade Gleyber Torres, I would just expect Oswald Peraza and um
well,
DJ
Oh yeah.
DJ like kind of for second base, and then moving to short, I see IKF starting, which I'm totally against, but then you have Volpe and Peraza as your two backups. Then you go over to third base and you have Josh Donaldson or DJ LeMahieu. Where where in that can Glaber not make that better? And
Yeah.
let's just say you get, I don't know, a left fielder back. Are you going to be able to get the value that you're getting for Glaber? Because I don't think so.
No. I
What
do
trade would make
think
that better?
I'm gonna throw out a little prediction out here because why not? I think that Peraza wins the shortstop job this spring training. I think IKF gets the bench. Or he doesn't win the starting shortstop position. How about that?
I hope you are 100% right. I
I
truly do.
think so.
Yes.
I really do
I
think so.
yeah.
Unless it's I think if they're close in spring training, I think they give it to Peraza. I mean, they benched IKF in the ALCS. Was it the ALCS last year? Was that it? Or the ALDS? I don't remember. I don't want to remember. But it was the ALCS, right? I think.
I think so. I don't those
Whatever.
4 games are a blur to me. The only thing I remember is Harrison Bader's absolute jack of a bomb, but that's the only thing I remember.
Yeah. I think Peraza wins the shortstop job.
I
And
hope
other
you're
than
right.
that, I have no clue what's going to happen this spring training. I have zero idea. But that's the only prediction I'm going to throw out there because I don't know. It's third base is I no clue. Second base, I don't know. I think Peraza will be the shortstop. I think Oswald Peraza will be the opening day shortstop for the Yankees in 2023. I am
I hope
very
you're right.
confident in that.
I hope you're right. And to be honest with you, I will go a step further and say I want Peraza starting at short and I want IKF starting at third.
Whoa.
He won a gold glove there.
Well, yes,
I
I
feel
know
like
you
that's
want it,
yeah,
but do you
that's what I
think
want.
that's going to
No,
happen?
it's not going to
Okay.
happen because they're
Okay,
too
yeah.
stuck on Josh Donaldson. They're paying him that money, so they're going to play him. That's
Hmm.
just how it is. But
Yeah.
for me, I would start. You have Glaber, at second, you got Peraza at short, and then you have IKF at third, and then you have DJ. Exactly what you signed him to this extension for, constantly circling around in a utility role. And then you have obviously, I would think Cabrera in left, but that's kind of what I would
I would be
want.
okay with that. Yeah.
I agree. I would 100% agree. And the thing is too is like the off season might seem over just because of how like dead it's been and we haven't really been able to put too much content out there. But Josh Donaldson and IKF came to this team last March 18th, I believe it was.
There was
I
something on there.
it's like that was like almost prime mid-season, prime spring training. So it's
Yeah.
like there's still a lot that this team can do. And not to mention we got rid of Luke Voigt and there was another departure around spring training time, but I forget exactly who it was. But like I said, I mean, there's still this team could be far from being complete. We really don't know. But I
Hmm.
could definitely see Gleyber Torres being the odd man out and getting traded.
Yeah.
Do I want it? No. But could I
No.
see it happen? And will I be shocked? No way. I will not be shocked.
Feels like it feels like we've been waiting for it to happen for like a few years now. It
Yeah.
seems.
Hmm. I mean, it
I don't
was
know
it
if it's
was
been that long, but it just feels like
was
it because how much it's been talked about.
yeah, and wasn't it supposed to happen last trade deadline for Pablo Lopez?
Hmm.
I mean, we were hearing about that constantly.
Yep.
So
Yeah. I don't know. Oh man, I don't know what's going on with this team, but we'll see. Cashman might pull out some random stuff though,
that's
as he
the kind of
always
guy
does.
he is. Yeah. That's how Cashman is, right? Cashman
Oh,
rules everything around me. That's what they say, right?
I don't know, man.
Um,
But I is there anything else we wanted to touch on? Nothing really else, right?
I really don't believe so. There hasn't been too much.
Unless you want to just keep rambling on about the what ifs and whatever we think is going to happen with this team. We have no clue.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely keep rambling on for whoever knows how long, but I think this is a pretty good spot to kind of pump the brakes here and kind of just wait. We're almost there. We're almost to the start. Spring training is coming up very, very shortly, end of the month. And hey, we got something else to look forward to. Derek Jeter was on the
Oh
cover of
yeah.
the new MLB The Show. Um, I it was so great to see that he's finally going to be back in this game. I personally pre-ordered the Captain's Edition 3 minutes after it dropped. That's how stoked I was for this. But yeah, got some stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. I mean, finally he's in it. Yeah, this could be a conversation for another day,
Mhm.
but why do you think Jeter's been in the media so much recently? Like, why is he?
Man, I thought the same thing. I mean, I thought he was going to be more in the media after he left Miami. But it's kind of been the complete
He's
opposite. He kind of went away for a little bit, and then once Judge was chasing 62, he came
and
out of
his
his shadow.
documentary.
His documentary came out as well. And then you have Judge finally getting 62, and then you have him being named captain. And now MLB The Show. I don't know. I would
He's
love for him to
everywhere.
join the Yankee staff in some sort of way. Actually, I'd love for him to come out of retirement and play shortstop. All of our worries would go away. Um, yeah. So, but I don't know, man. I mean, that's something that we could definitely get into on a deeper level on another time. But let's hope. And I mean, I did say that I wanted Jeter on this year's cover. So just to put it out there, I'm gonna say that I want him in the Yankees front office.
Okay.
Hopefully we could put
Anything
a
else
little
you want to
bit
put
of
else
a
out there?
meme. Yankees win number 28 this year.
Okay.
I mean, I can keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Yankees trade for Tatis. They trade for Trout.
Right.
Jacob
Okay.
DeGrom just signed with the Rangers. Yeah, no, he actually is not doing that, and he's coming to the Bronx.
Okay.
Um, Bryce Harper doesn't want to be affiliated anymore. He's coming to New
Right.
York.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
Manny
Okay.
Machado, he's going to be opting
He's
out.
done in San Diego for
He's
sure. Yeah.
coming.
Okay.
We can keep going, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's it's
Perfect.
it's it's coming up very soon. Very
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good. All right. Sounds good. We'll talk to you guys maybe next week. Maybe not.
yeah,
Hopefully there'll be something to talk about.
yeah, it's gotta happen.
We'll
Something.
figure something. We'll figure something out.
All right. I'll see you
All
in the
right.
next one, man.
See ya.